Young lady, there's hope for you. I want to tell you the story of a young lady I met some years ago. It's not more than 10 years since I encountered that lady. I was on ward rounds trying to discharge some women together with their babies when they were fit to go home after childbirth. And I met this lady. I noticed her the first time, the second time, the third time. I noticed this lady would always have a blanket over her head, down to her legs and down to her feet. And I got curious. So I tried to come close to her. And because she was just somebody I didn't know, so I began to relate well with her. And now, beyond being a doctor, beyond the doctor patient relationship, and I would get her, buy her some things. When I see people selling, I'll get her some things, just for her to be okay, to feel happy. So I got closer to her and I'll isolate her to talk to her. Sometimes I'll use the consulting room. Sometimes I'll call her to the call duty room, for house officers and speak to her together with her mother. I got to know that she needed money for her SSCE, and that's the senior school certificate examination. She needed money. And then she needed 17,000 naira, but she was able to get only 5,000 naira from her maternal uncle because her father had already abandoned her mother and had married another woman and had already had children with that woman. So he left the other children for the mother to cater for, and the mother didn't have a good job. So the mother, may her soul rest in peace, she's deceased now, but her mother was struggling just to take care of, to feed the children and then send them to school. Because she could not get that money, she began to date and unmarry a young police officer at the police college in Jos. And um, somehow, one thing led to another, she became pregnant, but she didn't know that apart from the pregnancy, he had infected her with HIV. So it was when she got pregnant, she got to know, and I could see that this young lady was if you look at like 30 women, that lady was the most beautiful, but you always find her crying. So she had a cesarean and the baby was taken out to prevent a transmission of the infection or the virus to her child. So I kept encouraging her. So that was how and the man did not marry her. Eventually, he agreed to take care of the pregnancy and take care of the child by the time she has put to bed. So that's the story of that lady. Eventually, she was discharged and she kept visiting the hospitals at intervals until the child was declared HIV free and she went back to school. She went back and was able to obtain a degree and she's moving on with her life now. The point is, we should be careful of the choices we make. Apart from that, you have to take the negative things that happen in life and try to make something good out of your life. It's so unfortunate when you are hit by issues that are too big for you to handle as a young person. But be very careful of the choices you make in life. What looks to you like a love affair could be the beginning of a terrible experience for you on this mother earth. So just be very careful, but there is hope for you. There is hope. She's on her antiretrovirals. Her child is free and he's big now. He's bigger. Yeah, at least it's more than 10 years now. He's a teenager. So the point is, please try and make good choices for yourself. Your choices affect not only you, but your family, and it affects your future. So have a second thought when you want to go into a relationship with any man or even females. There are females that approach, but have a second thought. You should have a healthy self-esteem and be careful of the choices you make. Be careful of who comes into your life. There are wonderful angels that can come into your life, and there are also terrible demons, terrible devils that can come into your life. So the choice is yours. And I pray that you make that choice, that good choice that will make you to be happy years after, so that you don't live your life in regrets, so that you don't have a broken heart, so that you don't keep crying and regretting the years you have wasted. So there's hope for you, even if you have a problem in life. you can make something out of your life before you leave this world. God bless us all.